This is one of the subway stations I use the most, the Malu subway station. That's the little town in Jiading district in Shanghai, China. And the surroundings of the subway station in this area is quite popular. You know, they say where there is a train, a river or a road, there is development. We can see a lot of skyrise communities being built, constructed in this area. And as I stand right here, I can take you in a walk through the Malu town area, and you can see right down there the high-rise buildings. And this is a new shopping mall being constructed, not up to a kilometer from the Malu subway station. And this the shorter and red roof buildings right there are villa buildings. Here, quite a lot of them, and it used to be, and the other part is called the old Malu town, and pretty far away there are also high-rise communities, and that's how people live in China. We'll take a walk around. From this position, we could see right down there, there's a creek. And what's so important is that this creek runs across the whole town. From every direction, you could see it converging together towards the Malu vegetable market. And from this point, you could see a parking lot right next to the subway station. Just to remind you, right next to every subway station in Shanghai, there's a parking lot. This is to make it convenient for those who drive their cars to park them out and take the subway trains. And right here, right next to the subway station, we've got high-rise community buildings. The right one right here is directly linked to the subway station, and it's called Haoshi Huamayuan. And this one is called Angao Community, and the one right behind it is called Handa Community. These are especially names of construction companies that take the projects to provide communable communities to the citizens of this country. We got two trains bypassing here, one leaving the subway station and the other one approaching the subway station. And just to remind you, we are talking about Malu subway station in Malu town, Jiading district, Shanghai, China. Yeah, the green roof we can see from this end, it's the Malu subway station. We can see a subway train leaving the station. This is heading towards the Jiading town itself, and the opposite direction is from the downtown area. Actually, the last stop this where it's called the Jiading Bay Station. That's the North Jiading Station, and the one going right down to the city center goes right across the city center to Disneyland, Shanghai Disneyland. And we can see from here that the subway is directly linked to a shopping mall. It's not a pretty big shopping mall, but we'll have a walk around the shopping mall. You can see that later. Right now, we'll be getting into the subway station to check out how it works there. And right here is an open area, and the first thing you like to set your eyes in is a juice selling machine. You slot in coins or notes and then you choose the juice. And right here there are different tickets machines. This is a single trip ticket machine whereby you pay in with coins, and the other robot machines that are next to it is the top-up machine whereby you could top up your transportation card and using your hourly pay or the chief Uber pay, the hourly pay or the WeChat payment system. And in case of any question, you just ring the red button and there'll be an officer coming right here. So we'll take a look. In every subway station there's a security hall where there are police officers waiting in case of any emergencies there during the day in a specific subway station. And you can see right here is a direct exit from the subway station which goes straight into the community next to it. That's called the Haoshu Huamayuan community. From here it links straight into the community. You don't have to go outside to face the traffic. And these are also machines for doors where you could slot in a coin, try to grab a toy, and a photo machine where you could take some photos. So right linked to the subway station is a little shopping mall or a plaza where there are lots of shops, restaurants, and playhouses. And right here is the subway interior system. And do not forget, when you get into subway, everything you literally need, it's this is the way out, which is green, and the red signal is the way in, which means you can't go in through the red lights there. And we also have the ATM machine. Here is an ATM machine. Although nowadays people use the ATM less often, but they can get cash from this machine right here. After we check into the subway train, we use the escalator, the elevator, or the staircase to get right close to the train. And like we are here right now, you can realize that we can see the little plaza I mentioned, the K Plaza, right from here, which means the train is pretty high up to measure up to the height of the plaza's roof. So we will be having a better view of the plaza when we leave the subway train station, and then we can have a little view of the plaza. Every subway station has got a waiting room. In the waiting room we got air conditioners and TVs and desks where people could sit by and wait for trains to come sooner or later. When it's pretty cold in the winter, the air conditioning is warming up the room and making it very warm for people to sit comfortably and wait for a train. This is the waiting room of Malu subway station. As you can see, there's a TV and there's an air conditioner. You can see where I'm standing right now that the train rail is elevated, and this is pretty high up, about 10 meters high. And the train line 11 runs from North Jardine right down to Disneyland, and part of it, which starts from North Jardine right down to Nanxiang, is elevated pretty high up. When it gets to Nanxiang, it goes right deep on the ground until it comes out at Sunday Station, where it comes back up again and start rising high. This is pretty amazing. It passes under the city center and shows its head right out there. Just watch a train coming to the station, stop for a couple of minutes to 1.5 minutes or two, and get people out and pick up others. And this is the normal routine. But sometimes when it's pretty much rush hour, the trains can stop for lesser time and could stop a little longer during the day. What you see right below the 10 meters high subway line is a parking lot for scooters. Everybody is encouraged to reduce traffic, so most people take scooters from their home straight to the subway station. This is pretty convenient, very convenient. And when they come here, the scooters have been given a parking area, and there is Bahuan, as we call it, who stays there to watch over and to collect payments, pretty cheap payment, about a 0.1 yuan per day of keeping a scooter there. In order to ease up transportation in Malu town, right under the subway station is a bus stop and a taxi stop area. Here, when you get here, you could get a taxi and go straight away to where you go to your home or to your destination. But then you could equally take a bus here. From here, the bus is circulating to the other parts of Jardine district, and most often we have buses to serve the different communities. So the bus runs through different communities, so that when you get here, you hop on a bus and then it takes you around. This is a way to curb transportation problems like congestion or traffic jams. with lots of people stepping into the buses here. And there is no parking is not allowed here under the subway station for private individuals. Only taxis are allowed to park here. So whenever you come here, you stay for a short period of time. If you stay longer than 15 minutes, there is a sensor which captures your number plate, and that causes a deduction of fine, or a deduction of points or fine levied. And if you see, there are about 5 bus lines found under the Malu subway station. Bus number 106, bus number 101, bus number 15, and bus number 1. They are all located under the Malu subway station. When you get there, you could just check. And there are apps whereby people could check exactly the departure hours of the buses. So before they get here, you could see everyone just rushing directly into the bus because they know exactly when the bus is going to take off. We'll be moving right now to the K Plaza. This is a pretty smaller plaza compared to the 3 plazas we visited already. And there is an open plaza. In the summers, there's usually many people dancing here, singing songs, dancing, and the grandmas and grandpas practicing and for exercises. Sometimes they go out to present to the government officials when they visit areas. So we'll take a walk around the K Plaza. From here, we'll go right across the plaza and come back to where we're starting right now. It's a pretty beautiful plaza because it's got 2 sections. One of them is the outdoor section, the open plaza section, and the other half is the indoor section, which is pretty smaller than the outdoor section. And it's got 3 floors for the outdoor sections and about 4 floors for the indoor sections. We will take a look around the plaza right now. This plaza's got quite lots of rooms still available for people who are willing to go to China for businesses. And the cost per meter square is not so expensive, but the location is pretty awesome, and it's a good place to develop a business since it's pretty near the subway station, and right across to it there are lots of communities where people live, high-rise buildings as well, and a primary school and a kindergarten. So if you're living from anywhere around the world and coming to China to work and live in Malu, it could be pretty advantageous to live near a place like this. This is one of the entrances into the inner section of the mall, the enclosed mall area, and this is the outer arena. And most often in the summer, you got lots of people sitting around here and buying from the shops nearby. Like I told you earlier, most of the stores here are still available for sales and for renters. So for anyone interested in coming to China for business purposes, you could drop me a comment and we'll pick a place here for you to execute your business skills. Right now, I'll be leading you to take a look at the toilets in this shopping mall. Remember, I told you that every beautiful shopping mall in Shanghai's got a beautiful toilet there and a regular cleaner that keeps it clean and tidy all the time. Here is the little toilet for the K Plaza shopping mall. It's not a pretty big plaza, so the number of toilets are not quite numerous like the one we saw at the Powlong Plaza yesterday. So let's have fun in case you get tired or in case you want to take a sissy. Every floor's got about 4 toilet sections. Here is where our journey comes to an end as we stand right here in front of the K Plaza and look at it from the front, from the face view of it. And here you can see there is an arcade for kids to play, a KFC for those who are still fond of junk food, and right across you can see the beautiful areas and the direction for walking path and green grasses and the parking lot directions and the K Plaza's neighbors and other buildings that are benefiting from the businesses running in the K Plaza. And it's located here in Malu subway station, which you can see right there. Malu is a small town in Jiading district, and Jiading district's got about 11 towns, and Malu is just one of them. And this is in Shanghai, China. goodbye to you all. See you next time.